everybody. And welcome back to
I got scared.
where we talk about all things
reality TV or whatever. And we are at the finale. We are at the finale. At this point, like we're just in season after season, show after show, bitch. We're in this bitch. We're seasoned podcasters. I don't know.
Seasons, TV shows, with an ass. Y'all, my name is Pharaoh. This is why I got a dog. Let me put my name. My name is Pharaoh.
His name is Pharaoh. I am Lee. Lee, how am I doing? I'm doing great, actually. We knew DX and Claire was gonna win. Let me tell y'all real quick before we hop into it. We knew DX and Claire was gonna win because let's peep the tea, okay? Claire lived with a roommate in New York.
With a roommate.
Concrete jungle, streets. She lived with a roommate in New York. Bitch, that's expensive as shit. She worked in tech, so she needed a roommate. That was probably $10,000 a month right there. After Big Brother, DX was unemployed, but he was booked and busy by CBS. So he roommated with Claire until he went to go film The Challenge. After The Challenge, they filmed The Amazing Race. After The Amazing Race, Claire and DX moved from that apartment they were sharing with her roommate to their own deluxe apartment in Bel Air, bitch. It was giving Will Smith, okay? So it was definitely giving Justice is moving on up. Because how y'all afford it? That's the thing. Like low key, the Amazing
Where did
Race
money come from?
The Amazing Race really should have clocked them for that. They should have took their money because we all knew. Because who's affording this rent unless you just want $1 million?
You know you ain't paying their rent.
You know you ain't paying their rent, but they paying their rent now.
They paying their rent.
And I just have to say, shout out to motherfucking Claire. You see what you get for being unproblematic and white? See, this is what you get. No, because let's really talk about it. And BB23, a lot of people was like, oh my God, it's so disgusting that Tiffany would get out Claire to save the other black people in the house for the cookout, things like that. Like, oh my God, I would be so upset if I was Claire. I would be so mad if I was Claire. I would just be so up in arms. And Claire, graciously, like she is the queen, the ally that Miss Claire Rufus is, she was like, I get it. I understand. We haven't had a black winner and we need one. If I have to go home to make that happen, period. It was giving Martin Luther Claire Rufus, bitch. And I understand. So it's the fact that you see how God will turn around and bless you. Hold on. And people who are not religious, you ain't gotta listen. It's okay, I understand. But I had a power, bitch. You see how good. You see how she's not even religious, but you see how putting good right, a child of God. But you see how putting good in the universe will always work out for you, no matter what. Because she did that, and guess what happened? She turned around and won $1 million the next motherfucking year, bitch.
Period.
And a lot of people was trying to come for my bitch Claire. A lot of y'all.
It was a lot of slander for no reason.
And I really like Claire. I was like, what? Why do people dislike Claire? And now look at her sitting on $1 million. Yep.
Sitting on it. Silly.
Yep.
Like silly. And honestly, it was easy.
Very simple. Very simple, bitch. A few legs and she was there. Bitch. She now has as much money as goddamn Xavier, bitch. She got more technically.
The fuck? Girl, anyways. So we started off this motherfucking lab with a big 3. Don't need a big speech. It's little Weezy, the Barbie, and
Drizzy Drake. Don't even get involved.
Claire.
So who's Barbie, who's Weezy, and who's Drizzy Drake?
Okay.
Louisa Michelle give me Drake.
Louisa Michelle have to be Drake.
They give me Drake.
Because Lil Wayne is Claire in the winner. The teachers.
You're right.
And then
Eminem Maki is Nicki
Minaj.
I see it. Mothers.
It just has to be. And look, okay. So if you're a visual learner and you're looking at the screen, honestly, if you're on the podcast, go to the video right now on YouTube. It is going to be titled The Amazing Race, episode 12. You will see a finale recap in the banner. Go to it. Look at this image I'm talking about, because some people might read left to right But I don't. I read middle first. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that.
Mothers in the middle. Mothers in the middle.
I don't know. Like, we've been putting first at the left and then, but hey.
Mothers in the middle.
I read middle first. So with that being said, let's start this motherfucking leg off. So y'all, first of all, I don't know if we're turning into Hannah Montana. Girl. I don't know if we're turning into Dolly Parton, but we're going to Nashville, babe.
And if someone correct us in the comments, because I don't know, do they usually end the leg in America?
In America.
Because I know that this was the first season where they did not start in America. They started over the seas. So do they usually end in America, or did they switch it up because they didn't start in America? And I also do have to say, no shade to Nashville. I feel like it's a beautiful city. I've never been there. But it really shows how America just looked boring as hell.
Bland,
I mean, they was in Prague, they was in Austria, bitch, they was in Saudi Arabia, they was in England.
They went to Spain to see La Cuba, like.
Girl, they show Nashville. All you see is stoplights and gas stations
and bridges
and bars and bridges, bitch.
Bars, bitch. Like, that's all y'all got.
America is really hilarious. America is so unserious. She's not for real.
So unserious. I don't know, girl. So we're going to Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see. Period.
So, instead of starting in Nashville, you're gonna start right outside of Nashville in Lynchburg. Now, let's talk about this name.
Lynchburg, really?
Because this is what I was thinking, and I wasn't gonna say it, but I
Where's
just read
the origin? I would love to know where the origin.
Listen, this is a black podcast / POC next. But being a black man, I will say, when they said Nashville, I said, "Ooh, I'm glad the black people out." Like, I don't know.
And then they had to start in Lynchburg. Imagine Michael and Marcus starting in Lynchburg. Like, that would just be.
And I don't think they would have said something, but let me and Lee had accidentally stumbled our way.
No, that would not have showed it.
It would have been a clip of us looking at the side and we would look at each other.
Lynchburg.
We were like, wait a damn minute. Do we need to? No. You want to talk about a leg up? Claire was in her hometown. No, I'm playing.
You're going to hell.
But anyways, so they started off in Lynchburg. Honestly, and it was crazy because when they opened the letter, they just got to turn around and walk in the factory.
Yeah.
But they're in front of a factory, and the factory is alcohol.
Whiskey.
What is it? Whiskey, baby. Whiskey, baby. Get you a little whiskey, a little coke. Put it in a cup. Girl.
What's going on? Oh, yeah. He's an alcoholic, y'all. He knows.
Nah, girl. You know I don't do none of these. So what you have to do is you're going to have to properly label and pack 30 bottles of whiskey, child. That's what I wrote down.
Yep.
So one of the niggas, one person is gonna label. None of them are niggas, and one person is gonna pack. So we have Claire, Emily, and Michelle doing the labeling. We have Luis, Molly, and what's that other man name?
Derek.
DX packing, doing the packing. So when you label them, you're also tagging it with like your team name so that they know whose bottles is who, because they're all coming down the same damn conveyor belt or whatever.
Yeah.
So they get to labeling.
And I think this is like while production is going on in actual bottles. It's like, damn, like you really get to work in work day, bitch.
Messing up people's work. I would hate to be at work and then y'all come running in, messing with my shit. It's like, because I be in the zone at work. Like I be in my zone. I'm just talking. I'm for Charlotte. Yeah. So they get to labeling. And I guess you have to really be specific with the labeling, or you have to make sure it's flat or cornered or whatever the fuck you gotta do. But the girls were not, just getting approved by every bottle. There was an approval practice. So as the bottles are getting sent down by the labelers, some of them are getting disapproved and taken off the damn conveyor belt. And we quickly find out very early on that Michelle is not getting approved. Luis is like, babe, I ain't got no bottles.
She's like, Molly got a lot. Molly got a lot, babe.
No, Luis is hilarious because he kept saying the queen's name. He said Molly has a lot. Like, he
knew who his competition was.
He should have known. The fuck. So Molly and Emily were getting theirs in, baby. It was like every time we saw Molly was like, "Oh, girl, we only got 3 more,
9 more, Molly. Let's go, Emily. Let's go,
9 more, babe. Like, just keep it coming. It's like,
And I feel like DX and Claire's intensity, like this entire leg, of course, this is the final leg, but they were intense. Like immediately,
it was like
DX is with a knife yelling. He's like, Claire,
you got two that didn't make it. Two didn't make it, babe.
Your top label has to be flat.
It's funny because DX and Claire, they don't talk like mushy gushy ushy. They don't be like babe and darling and hun. Like
let's go.
Straight up, it's like, all right, we'll get there. We'll get there. But no, literally, they are so intense. But DX was like, Claire, two didn't pass. What's going on?
Right. Label
okay.
Make sure the label is flat. The top needs to be flat.
Literally.
He was giving her detailed instructions.
Meanwhile, Molly is chilling because they're gone. Like, Molly and Emily quickly get the 30 in. I feel like
Emily come.
No, that was hilarious. When Molly got the last one and she got checked, she said, Emily, let's go. It was like, right, Emily, come. That was hilarious. So Emily and Molly right off the bat was in the motherfucking lead.
As they should be.
Mothers. Damn. Y'all, the way I was watching, and when they got done first, I was like, ooh. I said it's scary for the rest of you bitches.
Because one thing about Molly and Emily, the one thing about them is they were always good at the challenges. See, sometimes the navigation will mess them up, but we in America now, bitch. Okay, this is English. We can read these, okay?
So we thought. Damn.
It get bad. It get bad.
So at this moment, they're in first place. They have to drive to Veterans Memorial Bridge for their next clue. So they get in their car, they go to driving. A little bit after that, Claire and DX get done. So they're in second place. They finna get to driving. And then after that, Michelle, there's a scene with Michelle doing her labeling because they're the last one there. And she's like, you know what? I'm just enjoying myself. I'm just having fun. And in my mind, I'm thinking, baby, fun? The fun is over. I think Luis and Michelle, because, they've been on their fun train. Like, oh, we're just here for the little. Before this leg, they should have had a conversation again. They should have been like, baby, I don't know what FUN is. It's WIN today. Like, there's no fun. If you smile, something's not right. We shouldn't have fun. And that's what DX and Claire was on. I didn't see one giggle. Not one laugh. Hey, Joker.
Not one chuckle or not a smile.
Not one giggle, bitch.
Not this leg. Not this leg.
Not this leg. And same, because I would have been mad. Not only would I have been focused, I would have been angry. If you were doing the bottle and one of them bottles didn't get cleared, what's going on, Lee? It would have been a problem. Okay, but eventually Luis and Michelle get out there in third place. We see Molly and Emily are driving. They get in the car, they notice there's no map. It was like, no map.
And I'm assuming the producers was like I just said, yeah, y'all bitch, y'all in America. Figure it out.
Good luck.
Figure it the fuck out, bitch. Like, why can't they not give them a map?
No map. I guess it was just sweet. They were like,
yeah, they were like, figure it out for
real. Get somebody else to do it. Oh, right. So Molly and Emily, they in the car, they drove off. And DX and Claire, and this is my thing. I don't know the rules of the road on Amazing Race, but you can't tell me DX and Claire don't be speeding. You can't tell me.
Because they got up to them real quick.
DX and Claire stay on somebody's ass. And it's like, what's the rules?
But I would be speeding. We'll get into it later, bitch. I would be doing a lot more other illegal driving.
I would not be doing anything legal. This entire race, actually. Like, there's points where they have to beg people to see their phone. Bitch, I'm snatching phones. If it's unlocked, because it'd be too much hesitation. Give me that damn phone.
Get jumped in a foreign country.
They better get somebody else to jump me. Like, I don't have time. Like, no, not today. So, not in a foreign country. So, as Molly and Emily are driving and DX and Claire, and they asked Molly and Emily, like, let's pull up at this gas station. Let's get some instructions, directions, and then let's go. So they pull up, and then DX and Claire was like, oh, no, Claire was like, that's smart. Let's pull over.
Let's pull over too.
So they pulled over too. And so Molly and Emily are inside. So they're inside, they get their direction. It's like 23, 83, 121.
Yeah, he just giving out highways. So nobody knows none of that shit.
So they note the highways and they did. And my thing is, they have the instructions. But we flash to a scene, they're leaving, and then we flash to DX and Claire. DX and Claire are getting instructions from a person standing outside.
From her phone.
as soon from her phone when Molly or Emily come out.
It was Molly. Molly bombarded Molly
walked right in between DX and Claire and went straight to the person and started talking.
So they literally DX was in the middle of talking. She was like, "Where is it?" And then Molly comes up and she was like, "Veterans Memorial Bridge." She wasn't playing no motherfucking games, bitch. She wasn't playing no games for the million.
They literally got the highway, so she really low-key could have gotten the car.
And I would have been just like that. Are you giving out directions? I'll stand here, make me move. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Girl, that was hilarious. So after that, they get the directions, and we flash back to Luis and Michelle, who are pulling up towards that gas station. They see the other teams there.
Mm-hmm. They stop at the exact same lady. I thought she was working that day.
Same lady. Girl, she deserved a check. So they pull in. As they're pulling in, everybody else is pulling out, babe.
Girl, Claire's like, let's go, BS. Let's go.
And me too. I would literally be the same. Hey, so they are dipping the fuck. Like, wait. This whole
let's go.
This whole episode, bitches are zooming, y'all. Like, this shit was happening fast. I don't even know how the lights went down. The sun.
Yeah, it did get dark. I was like, shit.
Because it seemed like they're moving, babe. But it could have been like far locations. Because I'm thinking of the highways they tell them. It's like, damn, where's this bridge? Because they were outside of Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and who knows how much. Let's Google that. How far is Lynchburg outside of Nashville? You keep talking, I'll look it up.
So after this, Luis and Michelle pull up, the girls and Claire and DX leave. And at this point, Molly and Emily are in the lead. And so they in the car and they kind of like on
it's
their
way. 1 hour and 22-minute drive.
See, the way they be cutting this shit down, you would never know. You would never know.
So they're just chilling in the car for an hour and 22 minutes.
So we see a scene of Molly and Emily gagging. And basically they're like, we're the shortest ones here. We're the oldest ones here. We're the only womenist ones.
The femalist team.
The femalist team. And we're in the lead. And Molly was like, or one of them was like, I just wish they wasn't following us.
That's what Emily said. Like, who's who, babe? Who's who?
I'm sorry. So after this, they gagged. They were like, damn, I just wish the girls wasn't following us. We are the blueprint.
Well, when you're mothers.
When you're those girls, that's what happens. You get followers. They just come running up behind. Sons, maybe. So after that, Claire and DX.
No, I don't like this. Claire. Let me get the Claire ass real quick.
No, because she's a little shady.
Claire, but Claire been like that this whole season. She drop a little shade every once in a while. So Claire, she gonna say, honestly, we thought our competition would be Luis and Michelle, but Molly and Emily, they're like scrappy underdogs, and when you're not the underdog, you kind of just like stay under. And it's like, hey, keep it cute, Claire.
I'm sorry. Keep it cute, but she kind of ate the
No, keep it cute. Because Claire was underdog too before.
And she stayed under.
She did. She actually submitted. And she came back. You know what? That means Molly and Emily, they will come back and win. Period. That's like her.
On All Stars.
Period. So they definitely will get brought back. Phil loves them. He loves them. Every time they speak, he cries.
He does.
They will be back. Oh, they will be back. Girl, no shade. Nadia and Natalie got competition. Natalie and Nadia got competition. Oh my God. So that means Molly needs to go and win Survivor.
And Emily, you can bow out.
Honestly, I can see either one of them winning.
It doesn't matter. Both can win.
So yeah, take the Nadia and Natalie approach. Emily and Molly, let's get that done. Call Jeffrey. In fact, I'll do it.
Period. Get on Survivor. Blood versus Water 3.
Ooh. I see it.
I see it too.
They would devour, honestly.
They would eat it up so easily.
Like, I really feel, like, I'm really thinking about it in my head. But let's keep moving.
It would be a quick little eat. But anyways, Molly and Emily, they pulling up towards the bridge. And, there's always designated to Amazing Race parking. So everybody knows that. And Molly and Emily, they're like, damn, we got to find a parking. So they zoom in. Boom, they pass the parking.
They passed right by. They was like, was that it? I'm like, yeah.
That was it. And this is my thing. Whoop! I would have been right there.
And
it would have been
because they say Karen and Follow will back the fuck up.
I would have backed.
I don't know what I need to do. When I I don't care.
There gotta be rules.
Like it was a busy ass highway.
There gotta be rules because I would have backed the fuck up real fast.
I would have tried.
Give me that penalty, whatever penalty.
Like take away an hour. I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
can you really be mad? This is $1 million. I'll pay for $1 million.
Like,
like, what do you want? I can pay the ticket. I can pay the ticket. It's really nothing. Like, it's really nothing.
It's nothing.
It always happens. Oh my God.
After that, right? Because that's the thing. Everybody asks because there's not a huge time gap. Because mind y'all, these are the it girls. You know, we don't got Dom and Rich here no more.
No, why do you have to call out my sister?
They were the first people
you didn't have to name names. You didn't have to name names. You could have kept it cute. Don't come for Dom.
You're right, Queen. We don't have other team. This is the it team, so they're on each other's ass. So right after Molly and Emily miss it, they have to kind of go across the bridge a little bit, then turn around. As they're doing that, DX and Claire part. Yep. And right after that, Louis and Michelle part.
Oh my God. And then Molly realizes they lose their lead. Because literally they have to go down the bridge or whatever going down. And then a stop sign. And it's like, run the red light? Like, I don't know. I would have hit a little Yui so quick. I would have hit a little Yui so quick. Okay. I don't care if the cameras can't follow me, bitch. Keep up.
Can you keep up?
Baby boy, let me lose my... That's $1 million, bitch. I'll pay for it. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
$1 million. Like, I don't know.
Like, that's the thing. What is production gonna do if, like, I'm going down the street, it's not busy, I miss it, and I turn around and I don't get hit?
4 hours.
What are you gonna do?
4 hours.
A 4-hour penalty for breaking literally?
Yep.
That would be bullshit,
I
bro.
need to ask somebody, what's the penalty?
If I just did it.
There has to be a penalty. And I want to know what it is. Why am I saying it like that?
Like, literally, if I stop, put on my emergency lights, turn around, like...
Right.
If I'm in there, what are you going to do? Tell me to leave? Like, that would be... I'm just saying.
They're going to tell you to back out and go do the Yui.
Hypothetically, like, for real, like, what could you do if it's real quick? Because they weren't that far from it. It don't look. I would have went off the road, bitch. You never see like you in traffic and the cars, they'll like cross over the midsection. Bitch, that's me.
That's me.
Who gonna stop me?
Nobody. Like I support. I'm gonna put you. You need to be driving.
Oh, period.
You need to be driving. So after this, DX and Claire, they pull up to the road block. What you have to do is you have to climb up the side of this bridge, bitch. On a rope, and then after you climb up, you have to find the clue, and then when you get the clue, you got to propel down. The clue is going to be like a guitar
pick with the name of the next location they need to go.
Yeah, and honestly, because I feel like at this point, if it's me going up, rappelling, I could do that. That's fine. You know what it got me?
They're going down. Oh, yeah, no, that clue. Honestly, I was like, they got up there. They got it really easily. Man, I was assuming this must be the only pick with words on it.
Yeah,
that's what I was assuming thinking. Because I was like, how are y'all getting that garage? Because I didn't realize that because the pic says garage band, is it?
Yes.
That's the name of the next location. Like, and I was like, how are they getting this? Like, but I'm assuming this would have had to be.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have got it. So we see that Derek X is going to be repelling for or going up the fuck for Claire and them. Michelle is going to be going up because Michelle loves thrill, babe. So
well, no, she has to do it.
Oh. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And then Emily is gonna do it.
Yeah, because she has to do it too.
And the twins are now in last because they had to do their Yui. So they came and then now they're going up. But DX has been
it is still really tight. It's still really tight.
So DX is going up first and he's zooming, babe. And he's like, y'all, I'm getting winded, I'm getting tired, I'm struggling. But I'm happy because I know if I'm struggling, the girl's gonna be struggling a little bit. So, I just need to get it going. And it looks so far. Like,
it did. Back, and the higher you go, the less you're gonna be able to breathe.
Yes, it's just too much. It's just way too much. And they talk about, I think it was Michelle or somebody. No, it was actually Emily. When Emily was going up, she talked about how she looked over once and she was like, "Ooh, I got a little scared."
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I would have got a little scared, babe. I can't do it. But DX gets all the way to the top first. And when he gets to the top, he's looking for the clue. He sees there's a guitar bag. He unzips it. He sees the pick in there, and it says the next location.
Gibson Garage.
Gibson Garage is where they need to go.
I said, well, that's a garage band. Who knows?
Gibson Garage, and Gibson is a type of guitar.
Yeah.
So they're going to go there next. But he got to get down first. So we flash to Michelle, and Michelle is climbing the bridge.
Girl, it's giving Laura Croft.
So let me explain. Because what
Spider-Man, like, no, she's really giving Spider-Man, to be honest.
Spider-Woman, Spider-Queen. Because you're supposed to just use the rope and walk up there. And she is like grabbing onto the bar of the motherfucking
and
bridge.
Lifting her entire body. A workout. Mind you, the air is thinning the higher she goes. And it's just like, really?
It looked hot. Damn. So after this, they were sweating so hard afterwards. Like
DX was sweating the whole damn race. Like his shirt was drenched by the end.
The whole leg, girl.
I know they'd be musty as hell after.
They need a good shower after. So Emily's climbing up and Michelle are climbing up. And I think they're like on separate sides. I don't know how to work shit. But Emily was getting a little bit nervous as she was climbing up. She had to look down and she's like, But eventually Emily gets up and she's up before Michelle. And she's like, Michelle? I guess not. And it's like Emily and Molly done caught back up, babe.
Like they keep going back and forth, child.
Just like that. So DX is starting to rappel down with his clue. And Michelle is still struggling to climb up. She like takes a rest a little bit. She's like looking around. It's like, ooh, what's going on? Can you come on? So Emily looks for the clue. She finds the pick and she's ready. So DX starts coming down really, really fast. And Luis is looking and he's like, damn, he coming down fast as fuck. I need Michelle to come. And I'm pretty sure Michelle's coming soon because DX is coming down, right?
And it's well, do not make assumptions, child. Do not assume.
Because we flash to Michelle. She's sitting down and she realizes, oh, wait, I didn't have to climb the actual bridge. I could just walk up this bitch. And so finally she starts to actually walk up it and she finally is able to get up. By the time she gets up, DX is down. So him and Claire, they read the clue. They got to go. Well, they don't read the clue. He's like, we're going to the Gibson garage, girl. They get in the car and they start heading towards the Gibson garage. Michelle has made it to the top and she's tired as fuck. She's sweating. So she's just kind of leaned over and she's waiting for Emily to go down.
So, I guess she was just so tired that she wasn't thinking like that. I didn't get why she thought she had to wait.
Me neither.
Why would you have to wait?
This is a race. Why would they put something? Why would they ever have an event where you have to, like, it didn't make sense really. But hey, that's just me. I don't know.
My sister was tired. She had to have been just tired.
She just climbed up the side of a bridge.
Yeah, she did. The hardest way possible.
The most difficult way. So Emily is propelling down, and then Michelle is like, oh shit. I could have just got the clue and started propelling. So she finally gets the clue that she didn't know that she needed to get, and then she can start propelling. But Emily and Molly are already in second place, and then Michelle comes down, and Michelle and Luis are in third. So at this point, DX and Claire, they're looking for directions. They're asking for directions for where the Gibson garage is at. And at this point, DX is sweating hard as fuck. Yeah. And I was like, that climb must be crazy. Like, it looked big, but the way he was sweating, and then when we flashed to Molly and Emily in the car, they were sweating too. And I was like, well, Emily was sweating too. So I was like, ooh, that must have been hard. So Emily and Molly decided that they want to just drive towards the city. Because they want to try to get directions somewhere in the city so that they can figure out where it's at. And we'll see how that works.
Oh my God.
After that, we see DX and Claire, they done already got their directions and they end up pulling up to the Gibson garage. When they go in, they're getting their clue from a former All-Stars team.
Yeah. What were their names?
I wouldn't know. And if I was in this race, I wouldn't know.
Jen and Carolyn, and they were on season 24 All-Stars.
All-Stars. Wonderful. That means they played multiple times. Don't know who they are. Pretty girls.
Happy to know the new All-Stars, though, you know.
Pretty girls. So the teams need to deliver 3 motherfucking guitars to musicians around the area they're in, the downtown area they're in.
At different honky tonks, specifically what he said.
Different honky tonks. And one of them has to be 2 acoustic and 1 electric guitar are going to be delivered at those different locations or whatever. And they have to carry them and they have to go on foot for those. So we flash to Molly and Emily. They need to find directions and they're kind of lost. They're kind of circling. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go to find directions. And they're like, fuck it. Let's just go to the garage. Let's just go to the gas station that we went at earlier to find directions. So they pull up to the gas station to try to get those directions. And then we flash to Luis and Michelle. And Luis and Michelle are already pulling up to the damn Gibson garage. And it's like, Molly and Emily, no! Because where are my girls at? One thing about directions is Molly and Emily are not going to get them. And it's like every time they stay getting lost. And they've been doing this the entire damn leg. But once they get to that motherfucking challenge, they can catch up. But on the finale, you really cannot make that many mistakes. And Molly and Emily are still making the mistakes they've been making since fucking,
and it's these very,
ago.
very small mistakes. And it's like these small mistakes really can. And the thing is, they're so great at the challenges that they're able to make up for these small mistakes. But it's like, you can't make any mistakes at the finale, child.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, they could have been at the wall first. They did it so fast, they could have been out first, and then even the directions, I thought if they took a different strategy, it could have been a different story. It's just
they could have been at the Gibson garage, like right on Diaz and Claire.
Because Louisa Michelle arrived very quickly to Gibson
very
garage.
quickly.
So
I don't know. So
and
Louisa
it's like
Michelle
they end up getting second mainly because they're so great at the challenge.
And it's like, imagine if you would have got to the garage before Louisa Michelle, like right after DX and Claire on their ass. That would have been a whole totally different potential for y'all to actually, get the end challenge first. But it's okay, everything happens for a reason. They'll be back for a reason to win. Fuck.
And they're still mothers at the end of the day, so.
And they're still mothers. We'll see.
And Rob got it.
Challenge USA. Duos.
Ride or dies, bitch.
Ride or dies. So Louisa Michelle, they pulled up to the garage first, and DX and Claire, they're like carrying their guitars, running, and they're starting to ask people for directions, and people are kind of ignoring them. They're like, can we get directions, please? They're kind of ignoring them, like, and it's like, that can happen. Like, you can ask for directions and someone could not give it to you. And
I'd be so hurt.
Like I said, I'm snatching phones.
Oh my God.
That, so when Michelle and Luis go into the actual thing, and this is the thing, this is why I said the FUN would have been out and it would have been WIN. Because they go there and they're all, hey, oh my God, I love you so much. And oh my God, give me a hug. Michelle is giving people hugs. Baby, I would have saw them and I wouldn't have even knew who the fuck they were. I would not the biggest fan alive. And I wouldn't have knew. I
wouldn't even register.
Or even if I
but hey, they're having fun.
Why? That's my thing. Like, damn, we were rooting for you.
They're still mothers.
Like this? It's because she loves me.
This is a really good final three in general. Like, I honestly did. Like, I thought any one of them could win,
Definitely.
and I've been fine with any one of them winning.
Definitely. Period. So, at this point, they didn't know what was acoustic, what was electric. Louisa was like, oh, I don't know.
See, that would have been me. See, I was like, like, do you have to know? Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, musician.
I have an electric guitar that I don't use. Yeah, that I don't use.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Acoustics are the one with wood. Electrics can be wooden, but they're not hollow.
They're not
hollow.
Are
hollow. SpongeBob is hollow. So after this,
okay.
And we hear that Louis and Michelle are not, even though they dance, they're not musical people. Like they don't play them instruments, baby. And this leg is a music leg, so it's like, that's because Nashville's the heart of the music of the soul in United States, allegedly. I don't know, but
country music.
Yeah, and that's it.
The fuck? What you say, Nashville?
So anyways, Molly and Emily. I just got beef with. Never mind. Ooh. Molly and Emily, they get their directions and they find out that they went the wrong direction on the bridge, and that they needed to go the other direction on the bridge. So they're kind of down about that, but they're like, "Fuck it, let's go." So they go. And that sucks. So Dan and Claire, they're still running. They're still running with their guitars, and they keep mentioning how their guitars are heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
And that would piss me the fuck off, but hey, we move. And y'all, Claire not a runner. So DX is above her, like in front of her. And so he's running, and he makes the left.
Yeah, he's not running to the left. Is this Broadway? He sounded so unsure. I'm not going to lie.
He did sound very unsure.
Is this Broadway?
And Claire's like, no, DX, go right.
It's a right. It's a right.
And he keeps going left. And she's like, it's a right. It's a right. Stop it.
Derek, we need to go right. He was like, no. Broadway
right is back at the bridge.
Right to the bridge.
Broadway is this way.
And she said, okay, shit, no arguing.
She did not argue and she just kept going.
She said, yes, daddy. It kept moving.
That's the thing. I think she just needed him to be sure. if he was like, and he was sure in that moment, so she was like, "Fuck it, let's go. We ain't got time." But really, I mean, I guess they did. They should have. I don't know. I would have been scared if he wasn't sure.
He was like, "Is this Broadway? What you questioning for?" Niggas like the
fuck. But so they go, and Claire has a diary room, and she's like, "Look, I'm just not a runner. We know this all season. I'm not that running girl. I'm just not." And it's like, damn, you need to be running. You need to be that runner today.
Child, that'll be me. We have to be walking, child. I'll be out of breath. When Jordan the challenge say, walking is not trying.
So after this, Molly and Emily, they pull up to get some guitars. And these my girls, because they didn't greet them girls not once. They got them.
Hello. Hello, how you doing?
Blues.
Hey.
Thank you. Walk. And dipped. So Emily's like, ooh, this ain't gonna be good for my knees. Once she gets the guitars and she starts carrying them guitars, it's not gonna be good for that knee girl. Luckily, y'all here with somebody who don't like running Claire. And people who y'all can beat in the challenge. Louisa Michelle, because they be beating they be beating Louisa Michelle. They don't pass. That's the thing. One thing about Molly and Emily, they stay passing people up at the motherfucking roadblocks.
They do.
I don't remember no other team just zooming past people in the roadblocks. Like
Molly and Emily, they eat it up every single time. The Claire, they're really good at that too. They'll pass a bitch up on a roadblock.
So after this, not on the roadblock, on a detour, because on the roadblock, Claire been
depending on if it's Claire. Now Claire, she'll take her time.
Depending who it is. So after that, DX and Claire, they running through the streets of Nashville, and they end up finally delivering their first guitar. And they running past people.
So random because why after they deliver the first guitar, here go Claire, party cowboys.
Why do you do it? I think it's the adrenaline because they just be saying shit sometimes, and it's not just. I will say it's not just them. It's like it's just everybody's. It seems like they're like erratic a little bit. Everybody, it's like everybody's just saying shit. There's a point where Molly and Emily they running with their guitars, and they're like, "We're in a race for $1 million. Please move!" And it's like, damn,
that would have been me.
Please move! Like, oh my god. So Molly and Emily, they walking, and Emily leg giving out and shit, y'all.
But also, so I was like, is this Loki giving disadvantage? Because these some heavy ass guitars.
There's a point where
like they both have to walk because Emily's leg is messed up, but also Molly, you have to carry two of them, and it's like, how is she going to be able to walk holding these heavy ass guitars?
One in each hand. Like, oh, it was too much. So Louisa Michelle, they make it to their first guitar drop off. They drop off their first one. They keep it moving.
Michelle said she's still exhausted from the goddamn
for the bridge.
Yeah. Damn. Mind you, they did that. Was that? Oh no, they already did the drive. That was the drive there, and then she just got exhausted after that.
From then on, and that would suck. I would hate to just feel so damn tired
because it's a race. You have to keep racing.
I hate that. I'm trying to take a break. Whew. So after this, DX and Claire, that's thing. Louisa Michelle dropping off their first. DX and Claire are dropping off their second already at the same point. So they drop off their second guitar. They're going to their third location. And then we see Molly and Emily. They're dropping off their first guitar right after that. And it's like, okay, Molly and Emily, they're on the girl's ass still.
They're on their asses. Like,
and this is when we see Molly, because I believe like the other pairs, at this point, one person can hold one guitar, one person can hold the other. But at this point, Molly's just holding the two, and Emily don't got no guitars because her leg. And it's like, ooh,
that's when she starts saying, "Get out of the way, we're gonna race for $1 million." And it's like, I would have been bum rushing bitches. Like, no, like you need to move.
You need to move. Tired to talk.
You need to move. Because you know what? I don't like people. I don't like people because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person. If I see someone coming, I'll move out of the way before the excuse me have to even be said. You know what I mean? There are some people that will walk head on to you and won't even try to move. Okay, get hit with a guitar, bitch. Get hit with a guitar.
They were all up on them. And it's like, I get it, like y'all just trying to walk, but y'all see these people coming. You see these people coming in a rush too. And then there's a camera behind them. Move, the whole cameraman.
And like, no, for real. It would have gave white chicks, move, bitch. Like, no, bum rushing.
That's why we can't get on because we would have been arguing with civilians.
We would have been together, bro. That would have kicked us off. Oh my god,
gone off on. They would have had a clip of us every episode arguing with a civilian.
Why we can't get?
Because I'd be like, can you give me? It would be somebody who can't even speak English. Can you give me directions to this? Can you give me directions? And I would get mad. I'd be like, all right, fuck you then, bitch.
Oh my God!
Like, it would have been, because I would be mad. I would. I'm sorry.
Oh
So,
my God.
Diaz and Clore, they drop off their third guitar, and they have to find the municipal auditorium. Okay. So after this, Luis and Michelle, they're dropping off their second guitar, and DX and Claire start getting directions on people's phones. They start asking for people's phones.
But it was so funny.
I love
with
the
Luis
phones.
and Michelle, because they delivered the thing, and then Luis, he acts like the little handler. You know how they have their little paid handlers from production. He was like, do you know kind of like where the next one at? The handler gonna do something. I don't know. And Michelle says, oh, you know, they can't tell you. And it's like, of course, yeah, they can't tell you. But it's like, why the dramatics? Like, all of this. Like, okay, you know.
But I will say, like, let's say my job is to be Amazing Race handler for the day. And one of the teams asked me if I know where the next location. I'm going to be dramatic, too. I'm like, well, I can't tell you that.
I don't know. Well, gee golly, I don't know.
Luis thought he was gonna catch him slipping.
Right.
He was trying to get this man fired, trying to win the race. No, he was trying to.
Luis will stop at nothing, bitch.
I would have been like, I'll give you some of the meal. I'll give you some of the meal.
10,000? You tell me.
Whisper it in my ear. But girl, so Diaz and Claire, they taking phones. I love when they looking at a phone. I don't know why. It's like
they got a phone real quick.
You're gonna get a phone real quick. Pull up your phone. Can you give me the directions?
Like it would just be so funny. Like if a random person ran up to me, I don't care if I see a camera. Like, I feel like it would make me more scared. Like I don't care. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on?
They really got to kind of calm them down sometimes. And we'll see later with Molly and Emily. They kind of got to like explain it real fast and like, please don't hesitate. Like y'all doing too much. But hey, so after this, Claire and DX are running. You know, Claire's not a runner. And DX is like, Claire, this is for $1 million. And he says it once. And then Claire starts to try to walk. And he's like, this is for $1 million. This is for $1 million, Claire.
Get it going.
And it's like, that's me. Because this is for $1 million.
And then the little tourists was cheering them on. I thought that was so cute. I was like, they don't know what the fuck is going on. My thing is, did they sign NDAs?
I don't know. Well, I guess
maybe they just don't know what's going on, so they don't say nothing. But I mean, like, I mean, one of them know who DX and Claire is. Like, somebody watch Big Brother in that crowd. They could have easily went on Twitter, just saw DX and Claire.
Maybe that's why the pit stop is. They still know who in the finale. But I'm gonna say maybe that's why the pit stop is like
just saw DX and Claire in downtown Nashville running for the Amazing Race of Tom 3. I mean, it's giving.
That's true.
You know, maybe Nashville is just secretive because you remember in Miley Cyrus, right? She went to her hometown.
I'm not doing it.
And she was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Hannah Montana," and nobody said nothing. Like maybe we just live in that world where, like, you know, bitches keep secrets.
Nashville
is
just a bubble of a
that like Tennessee in general, like.
That's why that was the low. That's why they said we'll have the pit stop in Tennessee because they won't be
they won't say shit.
They gonna keep a secret.
They gonna keep a secret. I'm saying anything, please.
So Molly and Emily, they're running to the second guitar pit stop place, bitch, and they're finna take a break, like low key. So they kind of stop a little bit. Because Molly's carrying too, so she's tired, babe. And then she looks up and she's like, "Oh, it's right there, girl." And she picks it up and they get going. So I was like, okay. I love that. Like when they was finna kind of take a little rest, they couldn't because they saw it, and it's like, okay, good. I don't need to take a rest.
I don't need.
Then so. They drop off their second guitar, and then we see Luis and Michelle. They're asking for directions for the third location, which is, I think, Wild Horse or something. Wild Thoughts. And it's like right around the corner. So they're like, girl, it's right there. And so they go, and then they drop off Wild Horse, their third guitar, and now they're headed to the Municipal Auditorium. And then we flash to DX and Claire, who are pulling up to the Municipal Auditorium. And they hear like a band, a violinist
doing the Amazing Race tune. Bitch, and when I tell you, they were eating. They were eating. And then you saw the little man. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Oh my God! They were eating it up.
No, they were eating it the fuck up. And honestly, when I saw them, I was like, damn, I hope if I'm acting like I'm in a race, y'all. I'm like, damn, I hope I don't gotta recreate that or something. I don't know what I gotta do.
And it was even harder than that. It was worse. Yeah, no, for sure. If there wasn't, I will say a lot of these challenges seem pretty easy. This would have been the one. No,
this would have been the one. Lost right here.
If by the grace of God, me and Pharaoh made it to Final 3 to be in Nashville on this challenge, this right here would have fucked us up.
We would have got third place.
Yep, third. Hey, top 3.
And not number
3, but hey.
Number 3. Hey, 3 of 12.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good.
All stars.
Mwah.
We'll be on the challenge. But so they find out that the task is that the teams are going to have to recreate the notes of the song, the theme song, but the notes of the theme song are going to be paired with
okay, look. They have to bring the sequence of the notes to life using a giant floor piano. Each one of the 48 keys corresponds to image in notes. If they can figure out the chronological order of things they encountered during the Amazing Race, they will bring the Amazing Race theme to life. So basically, you just have to do the order of events.
Wikipedia page you got that from?
I got it from the episode. I literally pause. That's why I pause so much when I take notes. I like to type down exactly what he says for these specific things. But yeah, I mean, I would not have been able to do this. And then also we figure out that some of the notes are not even shit they actually did. My ass would have been confused.
Yeah.
Like, don't be throwing shit in there like that. Like, stop. Like,
don't do that to me. I feel like I don't even know if I would have remembered the order, let alone remember the notes on the pad.
Yeah.
Let alone remember what we did.
Because that's the thing.
I don't know.
There's 48 keys, and you have to memorize the specific order of
11.
The specific keys. Like, no. Hell no.
And I wouldn't have quit.
But I would have took my third with pride.
A happy third.
A little third.
So
still getting my stipend check.
Period. DX and Clara, they go to their notepad thing. It's on the ground. And it's like a piano just on the ground. So they go there and they start, pressing all the notes and seeing which ones are real images and which ones are fake, because they realize some are fake. And DX has played the piano for years and decades, for his whole life. So he can remember which note is being played and which
period king. Give him the check right there, bitch. Like,
they had it, bitch. They're
taking it. Oh, they're taking it.
They were taking it right there. And it was the first month. It was bad for everybody else.
Real nasty.
So they're figuring it out, and he's reading out letters G, F, K, L. I'm like, okay, kid.
Okay. Eat it up. Because I don't know what the hell you're saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. And that's the thing Claire talking about. That's the thing, like, he played piano, but how did Claire know what he was talking about? He would have been saying letters. I was like, sir, you need to say something else, because I don't know what these letters mean. That's G. Okay.
Now what? What from here?
Like, he would have been mad at me. And I guess that's why he had Claire as his partner and not me. But I mean, in another world.
Girl.
So after this, we see Molly and Emily. They drop down their last guitar. They're headed to the auditorium. And then DX and Clara, they're starting to find the images, and it's trying to match each image to each note. So they know which notes are there, and then they know which images are real. But now they got to match the image to the note and then find out the order. Girl, and that's the thing. It's just so much to do.
It's so much to do.
You got to remember.
You have to know all the legs, the specific order, the specific key. Girl, and you have to do that in 11 seconds.
11 seconds, and they don't even tell you got to do it. You got to figure out.
That's a second per leg, bitch.
So Luis and Michelle, they show up to the auditorium, and Michelle was happy because she was like, "Ooh, a memory.
I know this bitch.
I got memory. I know every leg, bitch. You can tell me to do the legs in my sleep at night, and I'm gonna know the legs. But one thing I don't know is how to play a note, bitch.
We are not musicians, babe.
Piano, babe. Can't do that. I can dance. But the piano, not for me. So Molly and Emily, they pull up. They start working on their case. So at this point,
and girl, we got a race.
So we have a
race.
It would have been more interesting if, like, one of the people, like, if Molly and Emily both just so happen to play piano for their whole entire life. That would have been like a gag, because it would have been like, ooh, what if they come in and just...
And Molly and Emily so random, I wouldn't have been surprised. Like, they do everything.
I wouldn't have been surprised, literally. And honestly, they did good with this. Damn. So Luis and Michelle, they start practicing completing the order. And when they're practicing, Luis is like, I'm gonna remember the first 5.
The first 5 legs specifically.
Yeah, the first 5 legs. And then Michelle's gonna remember the rest. And then we're gonna do it in that order. Luis is gonna do the first, and then Michelle can complete.
But the issue is the keys are not also in chronological leg order. So to complete it in 11 seconds, he's not going to be able to run over here and do the first leg, run over here and do the second leg. Like, each person kind of has to stay on one side and do it.
Exactly. So they realize that, and they're the first people to realize that it's timed. So they're like, yeah, we're just not going to be
11 seconds is crazy.
It's actually
11
insane.
Seconds.
That's a second per leg. And then we have
My brain would have...
You and me have to be...
combusted.
Because you're going to have like leg 2, 7, 3, and 9. And then I'm going to have 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9.
My brain would have failed right there on itself. Because what?
I'm telling y'all, I know everybody keeps saying, oh my God, y'all should play.
Y'all want us to embarrass
We would have been out in
ourselves.
Spain. I want to say, if we were playing at our best, we would have been out in Spain.
I feel like that's the thing. At our best, we're great at navigation, which could be a lot. It's just some of these challenges.
The challenges, babe.
I
can't swim. Lee can't ride a bike.
Terrible at memorization.
Breathe to run, bitch.
It's a lot.
What memory?
I will say there was a lot of teams this season where it's like they kept fucking up in ways, and it's like if you just didn't do that, you look gonna skate it by.
You could just skate it by.
So it's like it gives if we were playing our cars like. Top 6, top 5. Like I don't doubt us.
Spain. I don't think we could pass Spain just because that bike leg.
You're right. Yeah, we
that was a mega leg. Wasn't that a mega leg?
But I don't know. I mean, Marcus and Michael was behind. I don't know. It just depends. Can I learn? That's what I'm thinking. At our best means my big ass learn how to ride a bike before we win.
And that's the thing. Top 4? We're definitely not. We're not winning at Iceland.
I would honestly just love to, like I said, test my brain in the ways of these shows because, like, my brain doesn't get tested like this. I don't never have to memorize 10 numbers and letters, and you know what I mean. I never have to do this, so it's easy for me to say I don't know if I can do this, and I'm leaning towards not because I've never done it before. Like, and my memorization, it's not terrible, but like I said, it's never been tested to that limit. Like, I don't think I can learn.
Mine's is terrible.
Multiple names, and
I couldn't tell y'all what I was just saying.
But you weren't memorizing it. Like memorizing is an act. It really is an action.
That's true. That's true.
And for me, my thing is that like that's why I'm saying like I've never been a studier, so I feel like I've never had to work my mind in a way. Okay, I need to remember this way. Like you know how people be like, oh. If I have to memorize a pattern, I'm gonna be okay. G is George, J is Jackson, H is Holly. Like I've never had to use strategies to remember things because I would not study, and I would either get a B or A. No shade.
I know like random facts, and I know that our brains can memorize numbers easier than anything else, which is why we can remember people's phone numbers so easily. So I feel like. What I would know to do is like associate things with numbers to help myself remember, but I don't know how far that would help. I don't know how good that would do. But anyways, after this, DX and Claire, they start trying to complete the task. And when they're doing it, they keep getting this X that pops up. And they're like, what the fuck? Because they're like, I don't think I'm pressing the wrong thing, am I? Yeah. And they're like, no, we're definitely pressing it in the right order. And then Claire, she looks up and she's like, bitch, it's a countdown. And DX is like, a countdown? They're like 11 seconds. And it's like, they literally have to do it in 11 seconds. They were like, not really trying to rush them to do it. But they're like, fuck. So now we got to go back and try to get it within 11 seconds.
11 seconds is really crazy. Like, damn. I'm like, is 20 seconds not reasonable?
Clearly not.
This that bitch is $1 million. Earn it.
Period. And that was it. So after this, Molly and Emily, they start attempting. And they keep running out of time. And the issue with Molly and Emily mostly is that they're trying to go so fast that they're fucking up. So because they're trying to go fast, they're getting X's for stepping on the wrong thing. And then that starts happening to DX and Claire a little bit too. And Claire's like, DX, focus! And I don't know why I always feel like Claire in the background telling Derek to focus. And it's like, we don't necessarily see how he's not focusing that much. We just hear Claire telling him to focus, nigga.
Look, get on something needs to be said.
Period. So DX mentions that they keep accidentally pressing the wrong button because they're trying to go so damn fast. And it's like 11 is crazy because I gotta get it accurate in 11 seconds, and I have to remember which key is which. Girl, fuck y'all. They would have been. Ooh. So Molly and Emily, they still struggling. They still messing up. And at this point, Luis and Michelle, they've been trying to complete it also, and they're just now realizing that the black keys exist. So they didn't know that the black keys were.
And I'm assuming they also were not getting the legs right at all because
they couldn't have been because y'all were missing. That's like 11 keys up there in itself. But yeah, so they were like, "Oh my god!" Like the black keys. They were probably getting like a fake image for one of those or a few of those legs, thinking it was the real image.
Like they had to put them behind. Yeah.
So they're just now realizing that they have half the more keys that they were using. And then at this point, DX and Claire, they're attempting it again. And then we see the big screen now. We see their screen and we see the leg pop up as they press it. I'm like, oh, okay, they probably finna get it. And then boom, 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 boom. Boom.
They get it.
They got it, bitch. They have to go to Mother Earth, Mother Mary rise to the top.
The Mother Church of country music.
The Mother Church of country music is where they have to go for the pit stop. So we see Molly and Emily and Luis and Michelle, they still trying to complete it. And eventually, the queen,
they get it.
Molly and Emily.
And bitch, we got a race.
Get that shit done. And we got a race. So we see flashes of DX and Claire asking for directions, Molly and Emily asking for directions. And this is where Molly and Emily, they run up to a little black boy. And they're like, can we use your phone? And he seemed very hesitant.
Very hesitant.
They're like, this is for $1 million. It's for $1 million, please.
We're in a race and we in first.
We're in a race and we can win for $1 million. Wink, wink, wink.
And he was like, I guess.
I don't think they can bribe people, but I would. But I don't think they can. But if it was me, I'd have been like, you want $100,000? Like, you would have to help me. Like, please. But I guess I wouldn't have got him his
No. I mean, hey, empty promises.
Hey, what he gonna do? Promises? I don't know. So after this, we see DX and Claire and Molly and Emily. They're all running. They moving. DX and Claire is moving, but Claire not even running that hard. And
she's a light dog.
Emily leg broke, so I'm like, damn, this is a foot race for two teams.
Emily, that's the thing. Emily leg broke, and her and Claire going the same speed. No shade.
Literally. So we're in the pit stop area. It's the church, and we see all of the teams.
Right, I see my sister Dom. Shout out to Dom.
My brother Ridge. We see
Aubrey and David looking beautiful.
We see all the girls.
Abby and Will is back, child.
Abby and Will is back. And good.
That's what I'm saying. It's so interesting in this post-COVID world because we saw in the challenge. Not even post-COVID. We're still goddamn in COVID. But we saw in the challenge, Casey and Kenny, they got out. They got taken out of the game for COVID, and then they needed a replacement team like 2 episodes later or 1 episode later, and they got brought back. Yep. And then we see here that Abby will take all the way out of the race, but they're here for the finale. It's like, It really sucks because I guess the restrictions kind of now is that get a positive test, quarantine for like 7 days, and if it's negative, then you're good. But it's like, damn, like that really sucks for some people because it's like their whole dream is gone just to be at the fucking finale.
Yep.
A few weeks later, like
I wouldn't even want to go.
Right. I'm not coming, bitch. Now, unless they keep that stipend, I will be there.
Period. And Claire and DX would have walked up out of like, that could have been us. Probably would have been us.
I wonder what Abby and Will would have gotten out if they didn't get COVID. Like for like realistically.
Fifth.
Definitely not the leg that they would have gone home in.
Probably like Spain mega leg or something.
I think they could have been no shade, Aubrey Davis placement, top 4.
I definitely think they have potential to be top 4. Which is good. I think a high third. I think their peak could have been 3rd place. I don't think they would have got 3rd place. But I think their peak, if they was on they real
because Abby and Will, think about Abby and Will, unless they started doing so, they didn't make many mistakes. A lot of the teams after that, a lot of the teams in general went home because of big mistakes. If Abby and Will just were not making mistakes,
they could have made a mistake, I will say.
They could.
We never know. But I don't think so. I think they could have made it to the mega leg. I think they could have made it to the mega leg where Marcus and Michael were fucking up heavy. So it's like they probably could have beat that too. They were what? A round before the
they were always 2 rounds middle of the pack, not too high. I think the round before they went home was their highest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so too. Well, so after this, Claire and DX pull up to the opera.
They pull up to the finish line. I feel like also like it wasn't as like the moment didn't feel as like huge. Like I don't know if that's like on like the production or what, but I don't know. It's like they won. It's like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We won, period. Yeah. But no, I'm really happy for D'Angelo and Claire. Like, I would have been happy for any of the three. But D'Angelo and Claire, at this point, I think they really did deserve it. They worked hard, and we know they trained really hard too. Like they put in a lot of work to be here. And it's like, like I said, shout out to Claire. And honestly, well, in general, shout out to the alternates, bitch. Because Claire was an alternate for Big Brother 23. She wasn't even originally on. Okay, she got on, got her man, and now she has her money. And then now, Taylor and Joseph, the winners of Amazing Race 36. Joseph was an alternate, and now he has his win. It's like at this point, TBS just cast alternates.
At this point, clearly that's the better go-to.
Like get an alternate.
Aubrey and David.
What the alternate go? Aubrey and David.
The entertainment
alternate gonna do is eat it up.
The final four plus. Girl, don't play. So after this, we see Phil say 28 days. 8 country, 1 survivor.
It was giving Survivor. I'm like, okay.
And Claire,
and it really makes it official, like period.
Mm-hmm. So Claire does her little speech because Claire was really the fan, and Claire was like, "It's just such an honor." And Derek had my back, and he was my rock. He held it down like a Snapchat. And Diaz was like, Claire, honestly, when I met her on Big Brother, she reminded me of how kind someone could be. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, that is so
which is hilarious considering that she was yelling the fuck down this entire thing.
Yelling at him the entire season. Derek! Right! So we flash quickly to Louisa Michelle getting it done. Yay! Then we go to Emily and Molly. And this is how you know Emily Molly are those girls. Or at least this is what I heard in my ear. If you remember, the middle is where I start. But when Emily and Molly walk up in the opera, the cheers are loud.
Oh, girl, they knew. It's definitely giving everyone was rooting for Molly and Emily. And it's like, how can you not root for them? That's just like...
Yeah, they're underdogs, technically.
They are underdogs, but it's like, I don't want to say I don't want to give them that title, but it's like they were boss bitches. Not even bitches, boss women. Sorry, this entire fucking race. They ate it up. They kept. I feel like they just persevered through so much, even with Emily's broken leg. Like so iconic. Mind you, they just met each other a year ago.
I was telling Lee, I was like, the top 2 teams are the 2 teams who've
known each other the least. They both met each other a year ago,
and that was it. We have like, married couples.
Shout out to Molly and Emily. Like, I really enjoyed this entire leg. I really have. Like, from their story alone. And then they kind of went over it again at the finale about how they just met last year and they got to go through so much together. And, Phil loves them. He said he's shedding a tear.
Yeah, they were shedding tears, girl. Love that. But so after this, Louisa Michelle finally pulled up, and they're happier than every other team when they pulled up.
And you know Louisa Michelle, they always all smiles.
All smiles. And that's so wonderful.
And honestly, shout out to Louisa Michelle too, because not only did they support the reality kingdom, but it's just like, well, that's the thing, Molly and Emily did so too. But it's like they also just were great entertainment this year. Like I love seeing them on my screen. They were always so positive, always so happy. And like I said, any one of these 3 teams, in my opinion, deserved it. Like the way Miami pulled themselves out of the depths of despair, low key, girl. They started at top. They started at the 10th team, and they came and said, "We're going to do good." And they got 3 number 1 placements. 2 of them were back to back. Like they earned their way in this spot. Okay, like. All 3 teams really ate it up. Diaz and Claire, they deserved it, but all 3 of them deserved it in their own way.
Period. And honestly, great show. Great fucking season. And I'm coming back. back. Like, and
I was tuned in.
We cover a lot of shows here at the Reality Kingdom. And this one of my faves.
Easily one of my faves. I was very, very excited to cover this one every week. And that's rare. That's rare.
It's rare. It's mostly a
some of these shows.
Some of these shows. But this was amazing. If you sat here and you watched the entire season, thank you. If you didn't, thank you, because you're here now. Be here next season. Next time we will be covering the Amazing Race next season. We are still
and then we're also going to be covering Amazing Race 36. Check out for that, because Joseph and Taylor will be winning.
The Survivor finale is coming up next week. Check us out for those videos. Also, there are a lot of new shows coming
A lot
along.
of new shows.
A lot of new shows. This one might be ending, but some might be beginning. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled on the Reality Kingdom. If you have been tuned in, subscribe right now because we have more stuff coming. We will be covering next season. Even if this is the only show you like, we are going to have something for you.
We're going to have something for you. Tell your friend. Go tell your friends about it.
So, thank you so much. We love having you this season. And you know what? 28 days, one The Reality Kingdom, and one